At the G7, meantime, President Biden telling allies the U.S. will support a joint effort to train Ukrainian pilots on American-made F-16 fighter jets. This is a change from the president. The training is set to take place in Europe, possibly the next few weeks, maybe the next few months, at some point in between then, it's believed. Joining us now is NewsNation senior national security contributor, General Richard Newton. General, thanks for joining us here. Appreciate it.
Blake, good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon to you, too. What do you make about this change from President Biden? It was at one point, we're not going to do this as it relates to F-16. Now it's a 180.
Well, I think it's great news, frankly. I've been advocating that for several months. As he mentioned as far back into January, that he did not see really any need, frankly, to provide Ukraine with F-16s or what he called Western air power capabilities. But now this is quite a reversal, and it's a most welcome one, especially, Blake, I think, is the spring offensive. It may turn into a summer offensive, but nonetheless, that we're on the cusp of a spring offensive there, where Ukraine will now engage Russia in a much more offensive forward actions, and so this is welcome news. The other aspect of this, Blake, is that frankly the the Western supporters of Ukraine, especially NATO forces, they really have provided all they can with regard to Russian and Soviet era aircraft, and so this is a what I would call a new generation of aircraft and capabilities that will be provided to Ukraine.
You know, General, you mentioned the comments that President Biden made earlier this year, back in February. If we have them, if we could show them real quick. It was during an interview that the president gave, and he said, quote, about F-16s, "There is no basis upon which there is a rationale, according to our military now, to provide F-16s." That was late February. There is no basis. So what is the basis now, in your view, as to why our military and our president's going in this direction?
Well, the basis now, I think he's got a unified front from Western powers or Western NATO forces and governments, frankly, that have said, hey, it's time now to provide these capabilities. What he was said back in February, now that he looks at perhaps an opportunity for Ukraine to really put Russia on its heels and maybe even have some modicum of victory here. It's not going to go absent, however, without Western capabilities such as F-16s. F-16s will provide closer support. It'll provide weapons on target against Russian forces deeply buried inside of Ukraine, but also provide great air superiority that will give the Russian Air Force second thoughts about putting the aircraft in harm's way, attacking Russia or attacking Ukraine.
You know, General, I was looking at the State Department's website, and they have a list of everything that the U.S. has given Ukraine. It was about 100 different bullet points. Among that list, 31 Abrams tanks, 38 HIMARS, that's high mobility artillery rocket systems, laser guided rocket systems, 109 Bradley infantry fighting vehicles. Now we're going in another direction with the F-16s. I guess the question to you, sir, is does this sort of put Ukraine potentially over the top in its fight against Russia? Like, you look at that list, it is lengthy. And I'm guessing, is this sort of what's needed next?
Yeah, over the top is an interesting term. I would just say perhaps it provides an operational tipping point. And that list, by the way, Blake, does include what other NATO countries have provided as well, significant capabilities. And so this is, we don't want a tie here. We don't even want a close, in my view, in my opinion, we don't want even a close, what I would call perhaps a win, but we want a more thorough victory here. And I think the president recognizes that. I think the best military advice he's getting, certainly from Secretary Austin and General Milley, the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, and others are saying, hey, it's time now to bring on the F-16s, at least provide training that will then provide the opportunity to put F-16s over the skies of Ukraine to really help them not only defend their country, but provide some of that offensive push as they conduct that, we think will be near-term offensive operations.
All right, General Richard Newton, NewsNation contributor. Got to leave it there. Thank you, sir.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.